In these unprecedented times, we are witnessing a troubling trend, the rise of mockery towards God. It is deeply disturbing to see how some people find pleasure in ridiculing their very Creator, and this behavior is a significant sign of the end times. The roots of this troubling trend can be traced back to the powerful forces of pride and the influence of Satan. Throughout history, mankind has been susceptible to the allure of pride, tempting individuals to exalt themselves above God's authority. This arrogance blinds people to the truth and fosters a spirit that scoffs at divine wisdom and guidance. When people become captivated by their own desires and passions, they find satisfaction in belittling sacred truths and moral principles established by their Maker. A recent example of this behavior comes from the Rio de Janeiro Carnival, a world-famous festival in Brazil known for its vibrant costumes, music, and dance. Unfortunately, some groups have chosen to mock Jesus in the Bible during this event, deeply saddening many, especially Christians. In one instance, a samba school called Avio de File in Rio de Janeiro decided to ridicule God and the Bible through their themes and parade. Their latest performance included a representation of the creation, suggesting that sin is a natural aspect of human beings rather than a consequence of disobedience. Such actions have shocked and offended many. In these unprecedented times, we witness a troubling trend, the rise of mockery towards God. How can people find pleasure in ridiculing their very Creator? This disturbing behavior serves as a significant sign of the end times, and its roots can be traced back to the powerful forces of pride and the influence of Satan. Is this not a trend to detect that we are in the end times? Throughout history, mankind has been susceptible to the allure of pride, the temptation to exalt oneself above God's authority. This pride blinds individuals to the truth and fosters an arrogant spirit that scoffs at divine wisdom and guidance. When people become captivated by their own desires and passions, they find satisfaction in belittling the sacred truths and moral principles established by their Maker. Recently, I came across video clips of the Rio de Janeiro Carnival, a world-famous festival held in Brazil. This carnival is known for its vibrant costumes, music, and dances from women dressed semi-nude, attracting people from all over the world. However, it deeply saddens me to witness how some groups choose this occasion to mock Jesus Christ in the Bible. After nearly 2 years of inactivity due to the pandemic, this year's carnival resumed with various events. Unfortunately, the samba school, Avio de File in Rio de Janeiro, decided to ridicule God and the Bible through their themes and parade. Avio is, de File has consistently created parades that mock God and His Word. In their latest performance, they presented a representation of the creation in a red paradise, suggesting that sin is a natural aspect of human beings rather than a consequence of disobedience. This action has shocked many, especially Christians. The actors portraying Adam and Eve wore red costumes and white contact lenses to create a disturbing appearance. This most shocking thing that happened at the carnival was an actor portraying Jesus was suspended in the air for an entire hour. According to Gaviota, this year's theme aimed to promote religious freedom and tolerance, fostering unity among different faiths and sexual diversities. However, promoting religious freedom and tolerance should not translate into insulting other people's religions, which made a huge mockery to Christianity. Although these people are well aware of the ridicule they are committing, can a man really insult God? The Bible warns us not to be tricked and that God cannot be mocked. Galatians 6:7 in the King James Version of the Bible states that God is not mocked, because whatever a man sows, he will also reap. People shouldn't be shocked when they notice more immorality and disaster in the globe after such a satanic performance. Though they may believe they are insulting Christianity, what they are really doing is making fun of themselves. Even though they might find it entertaining, dressing up as a ghost or a demon is not funny at all. The Commonwealth Games in the United Kingdom saw similar occurrences. Why do we encourage the veneration of idols? It is important to note that God cannot be mocked, and those who engage in such behavior may face consequences, spiritually or otherwise. One should reap what they sow, and associating with negative or demonic themes can lead to negative outcomes in life. Some may argue that these displays are just art or entertainment, but the level of planning and effort put into these events reveals a deeper intention. The devil may be using individuals to convey false narratives and instill negativity in people's minds. Since God firmly opposes idol worship, many people in Brazil think that recent thunderstrikes on statues there were caused by God. He forbids us from carving likenesses or representations of anything found in heaven, on earth, or under the sea. These activities directly contravene God's rules as they are depicted. Days after the Carnival, torrential rains devastated Brazil's richest state's coastal cities by causing landslides and flooding. Recent natural disasters and calamities might serve as a wake-up call for people to reconsider their actions and turn away from rebellion against God's word. The state administration of Sao Paulo reports that 1,810 people are now homeless, and over 1,730 people have been displaced. Amazingly, so much rain fell which resulted to a flood that left homes and businesses destroyed. Despite all of this, many continue to wish to live in opposition to God's message. They decide to give in to their sensual urges, and even worse, they insult Jesus Christ, the one who came to save them. However, the King James Version of the Bible has foretold us in the book of Matthew 24:12, which says, "In the end times, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." In conclusion, these events highlight a disturbing trend of mocking God and embracing negative influences. It is essential for individuals to reflect on their actions and consider the potential consequences. Let us seek understanding, respect, and love for one another, guided by positive and compassionate values. If you find this content valuable, make sure you like this video, comment below and subscribe. Hit the bell notification for more update. Thank you and God bless your heart.